call the meeting to order, please.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Okay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Porter, please.
The vision and mission statement of the Austintown Schools. The Austintown Local School District is a united community with a proud legacy and progressive approach to education. We provide an inspiring education that strengthens and prepares our students for unlimited future opportunities.
Thank you, Mr. Porter. For item number 5, nobody has signed up for public comment specific to the agenda. On to number 6, for building reports, we will start with, we have the high school now. On to the middle school. Robin Vickers.
Good evening, everyone. Currently at AMS, our fall sports are winding down. I'd like to congratulate our 4 volleyball teams and their coaches. Their season ended Monday after being defeated in the championship games, but they had a great season, so congrats to them. This past Saturday, our cross-country team competed in the Mahoning Valley Race Series Championship. Our boys team took first place and the girls team took second. They have one final meet Saturday, which is the AAC Championship. We are still collecting option designations for our students for the second grading period. All the selections are due on Friday the 16th. Right now, as of a couple hours ago, I'm looking at getting about 15 more students in the building per grade level. Then let's see, our Toys for Tots box has arrived, so we're going to begin our toy collection and hopefully take back the trophy from AIS. So that's it for AMS right now.
Thank you. Intermediate school, Mr. Papagallo.
This will go with
Yeah, no chance they're taking that trophy. Today we did a bus evacuation drill. Lasted about 30 minutes in the morning. Kids had to exit the bus for procedure. They did a great job. It was kind of nice to watch our 4th and 5th grade students help the kindergartners, first graders off the bus, and they making sure they needed to go where they needed to go. They really stepped it up. The leadership was pretty impressive. We did a relocation drill last week to the stadium. It was about 25 minutes long. APD helped with traffic. In the event we have to evacuate the building, that's our safe spot for this year. Falcon Outreach is going strong. We've been doing some crazy days, pajama days, crazy hat days. This Friday's Pink Out Day. Next week's Mismatch Day. So that's always fun. We had virtual open houses last week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of last week. Teachers set up Zoom meetings. Parents can attend, ask questions, show around the classroom. Seemed to go well. 3rd graders, they're a busy bunch of kids this time of year. They just completed the COGAT testing about 2 weeks ago, and next week they're going to be taking the fall air test. Big shout out to our PTA. They've been very creative to help raise money for our school, hosting a You've Been Booed fundraiser where you can have signs delivered to your house, and a little sign, We've Been Booed. And, they have pepperoni fundraiser. Last year they sold a little over 800 pepperoni rolls. This year they're over 3,000. So they've really done a great job. So huge shout out to Dr. Reppy. She's an excellent addition to our administration staff. Ms. Owens, herself, and me, we're all on the same page. We work together well, and we're really excited to have her on our team. And to all our teachers, they have gone above and beyond to help our children. It's really impressive to see what they do, especially the virtual learning with the online stuff. It's been very impressive, and the community members, from what I'm hearing, are very pleased with what's going on. We had our windows in front of our building. If you haven't gone by, check it out. It looks amazing. It really dresses windows up, so thank you for allowing that to happen. And that's enough for AIS.
Thank you. For the elementary school update, Kathy Dorbish.
All right. These are the happenings at Austintown Elementary School. Really proud to announce that, and looking at our iReady data from fall to fall, we had about a 12% growth in our phonemic awareness, and we're really attributing that to our Haggerty program that Dr. Young purchased for us. The big jump came with our second graders who had an 85% proficient rate in phonemic awareness, so that is like kudos to our first grade teachers. And if you think about that, that's with 4 months of instruction. That's about all we had, and about 6 months off. So we're really looking forward to big things this year. We've kind of now going to move forward with our phonics. We are looking at some different programs, trying them out this year, taking our time, making sure that they fit the science of reading, which is what the teachers are learning. Trying a lot of different options. We'll be coming together at the end of the year, but we hope to see a nice jump with that as well. We are collecting our option choices as well. As I left today, I had to update my numbers. I have 34 returning in K, I have 28 returning in first, and I have 22 returning in second. So we're about 25% still out. We've been making phone calls and trying to reach out to get some information on that as well.
Can you repeat those numbers real quick?
Sure. Kindergarten, 34. First grade, 28. And second grade, 22. Those are all returns to option 1,
All right,
face-to-face.
thank you.
I had one. I'm telling, I literally changed them walking out the door today. I was looking at my emails. I have option 1 going to option 2. And Janet and I and Ms. Kopp and I, we've been on the Zooms today. So it changes by minute for sure. This year we are revamping our Pbis committee. We have some new members that are jumping on. We're going to be setting up our new expectations. Prior to me getting there, we were designated as silver. I think I just want to kind of catch up with that and just kind of revamp what we're doing. We're really excited. We'll be looking at a survey that we'll be giving at the beginning of the second trimester and at the end to see how effective we are. I want to give a shout out again to our PTA. You know, our parents are really struggling not being able to come in the building and participate, especially with our little ones. They have been super creative. They are now having their meetings on Facebook Live so that, community can attend. We are still going to have our Halloween dress up and parties in the room. They're going to supply a craft this year for the kids to do, which replaces some of the games. And super cool, October 22nd, we're going to have a pumpkin carving contest. We're going to be lining the parking lot in the back. Parents are going to be able to drive through and look at the decorated pumpkins. So we're trying to keep some of those traditions alive, and for sure our option 2 and 3 students are allowed to participate as well. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I told Kathy.
Item number 7, department reports. Matt Bostian, grounds and facilities.
Good evening, everyone. First off, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our custodian staff, our sweeper cleaners, along with our teaching staff. As this is different times, and they're all working together collectively, to make our school the best it can be. It's different now and it's harder. We understand, but I want to thank them for the job that they're doing to make sure our kids are in school. A couple updates. Some of you might have saw coming in on Raccoon Road. We cleaned that up. It was a good joint effort with our maintenance team, and the township actually came in. We started cleaning up. The township brought down the truck and brought the chipper in and helped us clean some of that up. So I wanted to thank them for that. Fitch, the landscaping all in front of Fitch has been all torn out and replaced. The student parking lot's been repaired. Painting of all the fire hydrants and the poles around the fire hydrants has taken place and is still ongoing. Just little things to try to make things look better and cleaner. The painting of doors on the outside of Fitch, along with the outside trim, has been going on, and we've continued to make repairs to AELC to keep everything going. So that's what we have going on right now. Thank you.
Matt.
Yes, sir.
Can you give our appreciation? I mean, we always talking about how this campus looks, and I just want to know that we notice. I mean, it rivals a college campus.
Thank you.
So please let everyone know.
I will do that. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Jim has the high school report. Ryan had an issue come up.
Okay.
He went down to the high school.
Am I doing that, Jim? High school report. Brian race body double. Jim, thanks. That was too easy, Jim. I'm sorry.
The Fitch administrators would like to thank and acknowledge the Fitch staff for their efforts in navigating their dual responsibilities in person and remote learners. As I watch that, it seems like they're really in the groove with that, as I see it from my door. The junior ROTC program is off and running. Some delays with the equipment and uniforms, but everything's starting to arrive. Trust me, I know that because it comes to my office every day, and there's tons of it. Looking forward to seeing their program on full display and watching it grow. The drone class has taken off, literally. They did start the drone class. I saw a crash already. They videotape stuff. It will be interesting to see what they come up with in the next couple of years, because those creative minds of those kids are going to have some great footage of this whole place and everything that we do here. They are also creating a virtual Veterans Day assembly. They've been filming that. So as we can't bring the veterans in this year, we are going to have something different for them. So that will be interesting also. It is Spirit Week at the high school. Today was wear your old middle school stuff. That was kind of creative. Pajama Day was yesterday. And our first outdoor, that I know of, our first outdoor pep assembly will happen this Friday. We're going to put it out in the stadium so we can spread everybody out. They're asking for trikes and bikes. I'm starting to get scared. Don't know what they got coming, but it'll be something interesting, I'm sure. Our first home football game, playoff game, is this Friday against Twinsburg. Start at 7 o'clock. We have distributed the tickets out to the families as we were instructed to do. We're still waiting to see that we've done that right, and everything had to be done through the email, so we were waiting for that. Also coming up next Monday, 6 o'clock, girls soccer here. I'm not sure who they play for.
Maslin.
Thank you, Maslin. The boys soccer is also here on Wednesday. They play Mayfield. And then it'll be a mix-up because, well, it's not a mix-up, but volleyball will play at 6 o'clock Thursday at Fitch Gym. We're still waiting on a winner of the first seed. They were seeded higher, so they have a bye this week, or the first round at least. So a lot of action coming up in the state tournaments. That's about it.
Thank you, Jim. Thanks for doing that. Ms. Polish, e-learning update.
Good evening. Just to give the board an update on option 3, which is our e-learning option. Planning coming into the school year, we had approximately about 77 students that were returning to our former FPO or HOPE programs. These were students that were mostly 7th through 12th graders. Our FPO and HOPE programs were rebranded this year as Austintown e-learning and advertised and presented as an option to all families, especially due to the pandemic. But we've had an online program in the district for the past 10 years. Due to the pandemic, though, this number definitely has greatly increased. So as of yesterday, there are 323 students enrolled in option 3. I did give the board a breakdown of those numbers as well by grade level. Angela Klock, who is serving as the dean of the online program, is also going to give you some details and share that with you. She's been my right hand and been a huge, assistance in this whole overall running of this program this year. So her and I are a great team, and Mr. Ken Kilpatrick as well, the guidance counselor. He couldn't be here this evening, but I wanted Angela to talk real quick too.
Hi everyone. I'm very proud and happy to say that we've
we've worked out all of the kinks with our VLA, Virtual Learning Academy. So in the beginning, the internet was so saturated, we had problems. All of those have been worked out. As most of you know, we're housed in the old Lindkirk Elementary building. We have some students that are coming in. They're on a structured schedule. We have about 20 students that come in each day. Other students could come in by appointment for help, technology help, VLA help, whatever they need assistance with. As far as attendance, I'm also happy to say that we developed a very structured process, which I think for attendance, communicating with families, and just helping these families stay on track with the curriculum. And at this point, like Janet said, we have 323 students enrolled in over 1,500 classes. Over about 180 students right now are on pace or even working ahead in the VLA curriculum. So good stuff. Some days it's hard to take a breath. So it's been a whirlwind.
The board, I also gave you a breakdown of the grades on how kids are doing so far. As Angela said, we are communicating with families greatly. Ken Kilpatrick and I pull up a Monday report on how kids are doing if they did their weekly assignments. Every Friday by 2 o'clock, assignments are due for the week. That's the flexibility of this program. And then we are communicating with families using our call system. So we requested about 66 in-person meetings last week for families that weren't staying up on their assignments. And we definitely had quite a few families come in. If not, we will have the truancy route. As far as some highlights, I will say we have a great collaborative staff. We have some tutors, hourly tutors that we hired this year that are licensed, and they're assisting students in the lab, through Zoom sessions, by phone calls, by messaging. So definitely a great addition to have our own licensed teachers grading the assignments and there to help kids. The student platform, VLA, is very student-friendly compared to what was used in the past, so we've heard some great reviews about that. Most of our kids are very tech-savvy, so they're making their way through the curriculum. I'm proud to say all our students in 1st through 3rd grade did take their iReady reading diagnostic. That was quite a challenge to get kids to come in. If they couldn't come in because of the COVID or issues medical, we did let them take a remote, but just to have 100% completion was a great task. Families have been very understanding and appreciative of our prompt responses and our support. And also we've been shuttling kids from the campus over to AELC, and that's been working out really well as well. So we have some kids that take the bus and then get shuttled over to campus, to AELC. As far as the future outlook, we're not sure what we're going to be seeing as far as this coming 9 weeks as far as numbers. Parents are changing their options, and we know that. We do have students moving between options. We're looking forward to some state testing, 3rd grade testing a couple weeks from now. So we will be making sure students know about the testing, and then also making sure we have places to accommodate those students for any testing if needed. Also, we have a lot of students that need special support, whether it be an IEP, a 504, English learners, gifted. So we have about 100 students that require some special support. So out of the 300 and some, that's quite a task as well. And then another future concern is that as we require students, if kids are not staying up on their work, we are going to want them to come in. So we may need some additional space. We're looking at getting some paper shredded and some stuff sitting and cleaning out another room. So if we need more space, we have an option to use one more classroom. So everything's working out really well so far with the number of kids, and we're looking forward to accommodating more if the need is there. Okay? Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. On to item number 8. Upon the recommendation of the treasurer, approve the agenda for the October 14th, 2020 Board of Education regular October session.
So moved. Second.
The vote?
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Number 9, upon the recommendation of the treasurer, approve the following items, A through G, by consent action. Second. Take the vote.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Item 10, upon the recommendation of the treasurer, approve the service agreement made between Hometown Ticketing Incorporated, HTT, and the Austintown Local Schools client for hometown to provide a platform to allow the client to make online ticket sales to its customers effective 10/5/2020 on a 12-month auto-renew basis.
So moved.
Second. Vote.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Item 11, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the MOU between the Austintown Local School District and the Austintown Education Association, OEA-NEA, for the academic supplemental for the 2 grade 3 lead teacher positions originally contracted at 3.5% each to be split into the following 2 positions, 3% and 4%. So moved.
Second.
Take the vote.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Item 12, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the MOU between the Austintown Local School District and the Austintown Education Association, OEA-NEA, for the academic supplemental position for art club advisor at Fitch High School, contractually compensated at 5% to be split into the following 2 positions at 3%, 2%. So moved.
Second.
Take the vote.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
13, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the MOU between the Austintown Local School District and the Austintown Education Association, OEA-NEA, for the academic supplemental position of assistant speech and debate coach, contractually compensated at 10%, will be split into 2 positions as follows, 5% each. This MOU will remain in effect for the 2021 school year. The necessity for the split shall be revisited for need prior to the start of the 21-22 school year.
So moved. Second.
Take the vote.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
14, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the MOU between the Austintown Local School District and the Austintown Education Association, whereas the athletic supplemental contract for the freshman wrestling coach position of 11% and the assistant wrestling coach position of 13% will be added together 24% and split into the following 3 positions for the 2021 wrestling season as follows, 8% each.
So moved. Second.
Take the vote.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes. 15, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the MOU between the Austintown Local School District and the Austintown, Ohio Association of Public School Employees, OPSE, Local 194, whereas OPSE bargaining unit members Santeria, I don't want to mess that up, Dudley, and Maria Tirado, having accepted temporary instructional support assignments due to special circumstances created by COVID-19, will return to their reinstated parapro positions at a time during the 2021 school year or when the temporary positions are no longer needed, whichever occurs first.
So moved. Second.
Take the vote.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
16, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the MOU between the Austintown Local School District and the Department of the Air Force, whereas the minimum instructor pay for Kevin C. Riley, Colonel, United States Air Force retired, Air Force Junior ROTC instructor at Fitch High School shall be $8,650.98 each month for a minimum of 10 months each operating school year. And whereas the Air Force shall reimburse the Austintown Local School District a minimum of 1/2 of the MIP for each instructor each month for a minimum of 10 months each operating year. Therefore, be it known that the Air Force shall reimburse the school district within the guidelines of the Air Force to establish and operate an Air Force Junior ROTC Corps or unit.
So moved. Second.
Take the vote.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes. Item 17, it's multiple pages. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the following items A through C, personnel, by consent action.
So moved.
Second?
Take the vote.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
18, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the changes to the gifted policy and plan for the 2021 school year.
So moved.
Second?
Take the vote.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
19, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the OHSAA tournament site availability agreement effective for any and all tournament contests for the 2021 school year. So moved.
Second.
Take the vote.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
20, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the OHSAA football tournament site agreement for neutral sites, regional or state tournament sites for the 2021 school year.
So moved.
Second. Take the vote.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
I'd like a motion for the next school board meeting to be Thursday, November 19th at 4 p.m. here in AMS.
So moved.
Second?
Take the vote.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
Comments?
Yeah, just two comments. Thank you. Senior dinner, reminder, senior dinner is October 28th, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We will be having the drive-through method for this operation, and we will be behind Fitch across from the bus garage for the drive-through. And also I want to thank the PTA Council for the coffee and donuts today and everything they do for our schools, so thank you to them.
Comments from that? Comments? Okay. Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Take the vote.
Mrs. Mock?
Yes.
Mrs. Kropaski?
Yes.
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Sherwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Smrek?
Yes.
In association with Austintown Local Schools and Austintown Township.